Hi, everyone. I'm Jason Morgan, editor of Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. Today, we're talking with Noel Hopkins, head of customer success at ClearObjects. Noel, how are you doing? How are you weathering everything that's going on these days?
Doing well, Jason. Doing well. I think the last time you and I spoke, we were at NACV in Atlanta when being in a room with a few thousand people seemed perfectly normal, right? So
Right.
yeah, it's a little different now, but really good to catch up with you. And I've been following your unscripted reporting, and it's been really good content. So appreciate what you've been doing there. Keep it up.
Thank you. I will PayPal your money for that endorsement here after the show. I appreciate that. Yeah, so NACV was the last time that we ran into each other, and you have a new position now, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that? What's your focus and objective over there at ClearObject? A new name for me in the industry, and what are you doing as it relates to the trucking world?
Yeah, sure. Well, so ClearObject is an IoT and data analytics company. So we help businesses make use of their data and accelerate their digital transformation. We've been supporting customers who make, move, and grow for over 10 years. We focus on helping customers who place high value in safety and operational uptime and predictive maintenance. So today we're working with vehicle and powertrain OEMs, as well as trucking fleets and logistics companies to help them realize the value of their data. I'm head of customer success at ClearObject, so I work hand in hand with our customers to identify where data analytics and digital solutions can help deliver value for their business. And I ensure that our technical teams, including product owners, software developers, and data scientists, partner effectively with our customers to realize that value. And you know, I don't think we can underplay the value of data science right now, right? There's some significant disruption happening, right, with COVID and the economic impacts associated with that. And so the demand to really realize the value of data within these businesses has never been more important, and that's really our being for our existence for being. We're here to help customers drive that digital transformation.
Right. I've talked about that a number of times with a number of other people, just kind of even in so far as how the ELD mandate kind of a thorn in a lot of sides, clearly, as that rolled out. But now, I mean, there's never a better time to have data and have your trucks connected. You mentioned predictive maintenance. Proactive maintenance is kind of a stepping stone there, getting used to the predictive models and what you can do to avoid some downtime. How are you working with your partners within the industry to collect data and build those predictive and proactive systems?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jason. So if you take a step back and look at trucking and logistics, you know, this industry has become data rich in a relatively short amount of time. Whereas a few years ago, the discussion was how to get connected to vehicles. Today, the challenge is how to utilize that data that's now available through connected vehicles and through integrated digital service tools. And I know you've been talking to business leaders for the past few weeks about some real world examples of how data is being used to manage parts inventory and to optimize fleets. So these solutions are already in existence, and there's no doubt that this is really just the beginning. Tracking vehicles and monitoring of fault codes is not the end game for digital transformation. These are the first steps. Now, from a ClearObject perspective, where we bring value is by helping businesses navigate and accelerate that transformation. So we're working with truck and powertrain OEMs as well as fleets, so both the makers and the movers, to solve those business challenges. And once you look beyond the basic tracking and monitoring, which is now ubiquitous in our industry, you really start thinking about those proactive decisions, about operations, about maintenance, and about optimizing future demand. And those types of challenges don't just require raw data, they require a level of data science in the form of advanced analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So these are areas where we can partner with customers and collaborate to deliver tangible value.
Right. No, for sure. So it's funny you bring that up because this is was it this week, last week, maybe the second conversation within about a week span where the conversation in terms of data is quickly shifting from visibility, which I felt was a really big key here in the first part of the year, to actionability, right? Being able to really act on it and have the systems analyzing it for you in some regard, right?
Right.
How so as quickly as that has moved and that conversation evolves, as a fleet manager, how can I have confidence in the systems? How can I understand how the data is being used? Not really the nitty gritty within the algorithms, but have the confidence of saying, okay, the platform is telling me this. Like, it's not just showing me numbers, it's telling me like a potential solution. How do I trust it? How do I build confidence in that? What do I see? How do you approach it in building those solutions?
Yeah, I think that's a really important point, right? So confidence ultimately comes with credibility, and credibility is earned through engaging with the customer in a very collaborative and transparent way. There are a lot of buzzwords and what is sometimes called vaporware, right, in this
Right.
industry, where it's easy to talk about machine learning and artificial intelligence, but there's a key to unlocking the value. And we believe that the data science is important, but how we unlock that value is working very closely with customers, and it actually starts before we even start building solutions. So before we start with the answer, our initial customer engagements are focused on understanding the question. What are the problems and business challenges? And we call this ideation. Ideation is a structured approach to understanding business opportunities. The solutions we then develop are done with the key stakeholders internally and the customer personas in mind. So we're delivering value that isn't about just generating a report or a dashboard of data. To your point, Jason, it's about actionable insights that we are measuring. First of all, that actions are being taken and that value is being realized. So confidence comes through credibility, and the way we earn credibility is through effective collaboration. The predictive analytics that we generate, it's all based on models, and modeling capabilities are incredibly powerful today. The models are most effective, though, when fed with high quality inputs. And the inputs come from domain knowledge, from subject matter experts who are the mechanics carrying out the maintenance, or the operations manager optimizing their fleet, or even the CEO working out how many trucks and drivers they will need in 2021. When we collaborate, we combine that domain knowledge with powerful analytics, and we found that time and time again, that's the winning formula. It's about combining domain knowledge with data science.
Right. And even going back to the relationship standpoint, I think something that's coming more and more to the forefront in a lot of the technology conversations. I mean, you mentioned us meeting up at NACV and back when the world could meet together, but that is, this industry is really built on handshakes. It's built on those relationships. It's built on a lot of trust. And I'm seeing those conversations come more into play in the technology field and data world, where maybe before it was just looked at as kind of like a plug and play solution. Is it fair to say that even from your standpoint, working with customers, that fleets are looking to have that relationship kind of in the same way on the hardware side, right? Where they're invested with their suppliers or invested with their OEMs and that. It seems like that's growing on the data and technology side as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think, from our standpoint as a technology company, through COVID, through remote working, we've been pretty resilient. Our folks are able to work pretty much from anywhere. But the thing that has been very important is to maintain those customer relationships. So just like everyone else, we've spent a lot of time on conference calls and maintaining that line of communication. But there's no doubt that that's fundamental. And I think, one thing we realized, relatively early on was most companies today don't necessarily have the data science resource internally to do what they know they need to do. But at the same time, outsourcing digital transformation is a tough thing to do, right? This is like fundamental to the business. So sharing data and sharing the very sort of core values and KPIs of your business is challenging. So again, that sort of collaborative approach is really the best way to do that. So when companies partner with us, we're not working off a statement of work and delivering a solution in 6 to 12 months. We're actually partnering in an ongoing collaboration. So our developers work in 2-week sprints, which means every 2 weeks, at a minimum, they're going back to the customer with those incremental improvements, those new features, and importantly, gaining the feedback to correct and to improve again. It's really the only way that we've found to effectively build these digital solutions. And to be fair to the developers, and I think to the customers, it's a much more rewarding way because you get to see the value you're creating, in very short order, and that's more satisfying for everyone.
Right. I know I write a lot about it, and actually I live it a lot, even my own professional life. Of I've got all these cool tools, but now what do I do with them? Right? How do I work them? Or even when I work them, how do I provide value through that? So very cool. When I was digging in the ClearObject and the background there, the company, it seems like they do a lot of things related to a bunch of different segments, a lot of manufacturing related, which seemed very cool. How does that application, kind of a broader look, inform some of the trucking specific solutions you're developing?
I think that's probably the most valuable value proposition that we offer our customers. In the last 12 months, we've had the opportunity to work with customers in a number of different industries outside of trucking and logistics, but with not dissimilar problems and opportunities, right? So a great example would be we worked with a company called Teck Resources. Now, Teck are the largest mining company in Canada, and we used our collaborative approach to work with Teck and develop highly accurate predictive maintenance models. So Teck are operating very large, high utilization equipment. Think about the haul trucks. These are 3 stories tall and they're powered by 60-liter diesel engines, right? So these are huge assets, highly valuable, highly utilized. But just like a trucking company, uptime is critical to Teck, and unscheduled maintenance can be enormously costly. So in the case of Teck, a few hours of unscheduled downtime on a haul truck can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to a mining operation. So we've been able to generate maintenance models to predict things like fuel pump failures to a very high degree of accuracy, providing up to 13 days advance notice on an impending fuel pump failure. That gives Teck, the mining company, the ability to schedule maintenance appropriately at a convenient time and location. It gives them opportunity to order parts and ultimately optimize their mining operation. Now that methodology was developed for a mining application on a huge 60-liter engine, but the transferable methodology is there, and so it can very quickly be applied to a 15-liter semi-truck or a 9-liter pickup and delivery vehicle. So that's one good example, I think, where working across different industries helps us build our own capability and expertise, but also leverage some consistent solutions. We know that areas like mining and aerospace have led the way in data-driven decision-making, engine health monitoring. So being able to utilize that cross-vertical experience is a really powerful value proposition we bring to the table, I think.
Yeah, very cool. I imagine it gives you the ability to stretch some different muscles there too, and I mean, it probably lets you see things that you didn't think you'd see if you were kind of just focused on one thing. Just get to kind of get out of your own headspace and tackle a new problem. Sounds very cool. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Noel, thanks so much for taking the time. It's wonderful to catch up with you. Congrats on your new position over there at ClearObject, and I'm sure we will talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. And I'll just finish by saying, I think every company today is in reality a technology company, and everyone is somewhere on this transformation journey, and it can be daunting, right? And some of the things we've outlined, seem difficult, and it's difficult to know where to start and how to advance these things. And the good news is there are companies out there who can help. So whether you reach out to ClearObject or another analytics company, engaging early on those first steps to ideate and get started is definitely the most important. So excited to be working with some of the folks that you talk to every week, Jason. I look forward to kind of keeping you and your viewers and readers up to date. Keep up the good work online, and look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And partnerships for sure. Seriously, I've said it before. If Noel's taking my calls, he's definitely taking your calls. So give him a call. He can help you too, because I don't know either, but I just go to the people that have the answers.
Absolutely. Phone a friend if you get stuck. That's right.
That's right. All right, Noel, take care. We'll talk to you soon.
And you, Jason, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.